Okay, I'm back. It seems like whenever I start recording, I haven't recorded in a while, but it seems like whenever I start to record, I get phone calls. People start knocking at my door. This is how I know this is something I need to do because something inside of me just said, hey, you need to get back on TikTok and speak to these people. And what I was saying previously about other other people following their friends, family, TikTok or whatever, when those people are not even living good lives or healthy lives, they may portray that on the outside that they are living that type of life, but deep down they're going through things that you don't even know about, and you're just following them and you're just listening to them. Or anyone, it may not be you, but anyone. And it's starting to rain. um the rest of this video will be on YouTube because I want it to be a little more in depth. But the only person you really should be getting inspiration from, or the only person you should really be following, is God. And when I say God, your inner being, your intuition. If God is leading you somewhere to watch a certain video or to look at certain things, you have to test that spirit, because everyone isn't for you. Everyone isn't really telling you the whole truth. I could sit in front of this camera and say anything I wanted to. And the internet has become so dangerous, where people are believing everything they see on the internet. People are literally reciting exact statements they seen on the internet from other people, and they adopted those thoughts. My point of the video is to tell you to get right with God. Get right with God. If you know you're doing something you're not supposed to do, I'm not saying all of a sudden just stop everything and just say, oh, I'm just this and that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing something that doesn't make you feel good, or you're overindulging in something, if you're opening gateways to things that you shouldn't be opening gateways to, if this person you're watching on the internet isn't such a good person, you got a bad feeling about this person, but they're telling you, oh, how to manifest your life, and yeah, I feel like everybody's just so focused on that, and I definitely was that person, just worried about manifesting and worried about what can I get, and all that, praying to God for him to give me things while I was doing anything I wanted to do. Just be honest with yourself. If you are in a relationship and your partner was constantly asking you for things, but never did anything to change, like they just constantly kept asking you for things, asking you, but they never tried to do anything to please you or make you happy. They only wanted to talk to you when they needed something. Wouldn't you feel betrayed? Wouldn't you feel like You don't know this person. This person just wants things from me. Imagine how God feels. And I know a lot of people believe in everything, want to believe in everything. You have to know what's true. I'm not telling you to believe in anything. I'm letting you know that you have to figure out what is true for you. You have to ask yourself, is this the path of least resistance? If you want to talk about spirituality, is this the path of least resistance? Why try to do everything on your own? Why try to put yourself in this position that you were never made to be in? Yeah, these gurus look intelligent. Yeah, these gurus look sophisticated. Yeah, these gurus look spiritual and whatever. But you don't know what they are battling with behind this camera. You don't know what I'm battling with behind this camera. What I'm saying is we have to test the spirits of these people. We can't keep on just listening to one person say, oh, I'm going to do this. Listen to the next person, oh, I'm going to do this. You're opening gateways. You're opening up gateways to things that you don't need to open, and it's allowing certain things in. It's giving the enemy full authority to do whatever he wants with you. And it's so sad to see. It's so sad to see. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying to drop everything and become a Christian. I'm not saying to drop everything and believe in God. And I'm not pointing fingers at anyone saying you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. It just comes a point in time in your life where you have to choose. And I felt like I was at that point. I had to choose who I wanted to serve. Myself or God. Yes, God is in you. Yes, and this is how the enemy tricks you. Just a little tweak of things. It's a little tweak of the word. It's a little tweak to make you believe that you are God. You ain't God. You did not create the heavens and the earth. If you tried to, you couldn't do it. Do you have power over your life? Yes. You have willpower? Yes. You can choose the right things to do? Yes. You can think certain thoughts? Yes. Can you manifest? Yes. But because at a certain time where you have to think, is this the person? Can I uphold this for the rest of my life? Can I think positively for the rest of my life? And maybe you can. Maybe you can. There just comes a time in your life where you just have to choose. And the split is happening. A lot of people have been talking about the split. And you don't want to be caught on the other side of things, where you no longer can hear from God, where you no longer can feel the Spirit of God. A lot of people say, well, God's not real. Go ahead and play gospel music for a couple hours. You're going to feel the presence of God. No matter if you try to not feel it, you're going to feel His presence. Play some rap music or drill music or whatever for a couple hours, you will feel the difference. It's real out here. And it's scary because no one sees it. It seems like people are just no longer caring. YOLO. So I just wanted to create this video to bring awareness to the fact that this is real. This spiritual battle is real. The devil wants your soul. He wants your soul. Even if you don't think there's a heaven or a hell, he wants your soul on this earth so he can live, so he can thrive in God's creation. And you're going to let, people are going to let, I don't want to say you because I don't want you to feel, I thought it wasn't real. You know, it's funny. I don't want you to feel that I'm talking about you, but people, I forgot what I was saying. The devil wants to basically live through God's people, God's creation, and people are willingly letting him, even if it's through drugs, weed, because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people just want to say, oh, well, it makes me feel spiritual, it makes me feel good, blah, blah, blah. And that's what it should do until it doesn't. The devil wants you to get so comfortable. He wants to feel, makes you feel so comfortable until he switches and you're like, what happened? And now you're hooked on something. It's important. It's important. Like, it's important. I just had to do this video because I didn't want other people just not to know. And people, the blind is leading the blind. Like, the people who don't even know are leading other people down the hill with them. And it's sad because a lot of people are struggling out here. A lot of people are stressed out here. No matter how much money you got, no matter how much cars you got, no matter how much fame you got, no matter how much friends, no matter what boyfriend, everybody's worrying about the wrong thing. Everybody's worrying about the wrong thing except the Most High God. That's the only thing people are missing in their lives. And hey, I need to get closer with God too. That's the only thing we're missing. And if we have the Most High God, we can get through anything. We can literally get through anything. And I think people don't want to follow God because they think it's a lot of work. They think it's a lot. They think they have to give up a lot. They think, oh, I can't do these things, blah, blah, blah. So they take the easier route where they can do what they want and still get what they want. Do you think, do you want a child like that? Do you want a child? What do you call a child like that? Who gets what they want but does anything they want? That's a spoiled child. And will they be successful in the world? Or will, yes, they may be. But will they be a good person? Will they be a good citizen? If their parents never ever disciplined them and said, no, you can't do these things. No. I feel like people just don't want to think about it because it makes too much sense. And when it makes too much sense, they'll try to flip it and say, well, why are you comparing it to parenting? Why are you comparing it to a child? Why are you comparing this to that, you know? But when it's in their favor, they're able to compare and just, y'all be careful out here. Be careful out here. I have to be careful of the things I'm doing because I had a reality check. Like, I had a big, big, big reality check. You have to choose. No lukewarm. You have to choose what you believe. And people say, oh, people think lukewarm is like, I guess, still listening to rap music still and believing in God. That's not, I don't think that's lukewarm to me. I believe lukewarm is just kind of believing in God, not really believing, and, you know, stuff like, you know, not really believing in God 100%. I feel like that's lukewarm. And time is ticking. Time is ticking. Like, time is ticking. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I do know. But I don't want to take no chances. I don't want to take any chances. And people say, well, the Bible is fake and it's meant to control you. Control you to do what exactly? To live a good life? I mean, the Bible is telling you not to kill, not to steal, you know, all this other stuff. That's stuff to save you. God is really trying to save you. And it's like a spoiled child telling his parent, you're trying to control me. Or why can't I do these things? And why can't I go out with my friends? Why can't I go to this party? Your parents are trying to protect you. Your parents are trying to guide you. It's not because they don't like you. It's not because they want to control you. But it's to help guide you in life. So if you really think about it in that manner, I'm not saying to stop listening to circular music. I'm not saying to stop going out. But it has to be some type of, you know, you have to reel it in a little bit. And you have to realize, are these things something that I want to do, or is it something that I'm being forced to do or controlled to do, or I think I should do? You have to really sit down and think, like, do I really want to do this? Does God want me to do this? And even if you make mistakes, you're not, God does not put you to the side because, oh, you made a mistake, I don't like you. Like, even with your parents, you know, if you make a mistake, they still love you. The right parents. Yes, you may get disciplined, or you may get punishment or whatever. And I call that, that's what happens in real life. Like, if you do something like, let's say, sex before marriage or something, and you feel like you shouldn't do it, but you do it anyway, and then y'all break up or something, or it doesn't work out or whatever, and you're like, and you have this heartbreak and it's all this other stuff that could have been avoided if you just did not engage in sex. I'm not saying that happens with every single couple, because some couples do have sex before marriage and they do end up married and have a, you know, whatever, but you don't know what they went through. You know, you can't just keep comparing your life to other people's lives. So that's all I wanted to say. Somebody's calling me, so have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Click the like and subscribe button and share this with a family or friend. Love you.